So, June 23rd, there's going to be a vote to decide whether or not Britain should leave the European Union. There are plenty of arguments for it, there are plenty of arguments against, and personally I am in two minds about Brexit. I just can't pick a side. I hear the people saying, oh, we should leave because that will give the UK more control over its borders. And that sounds good to me because immigrants are disgusting. They come to your country and they take all your jobs, they take all your daughters. They never truly assimilate and they always try to change everything to suit them. It's disrespectful and sometimes even downright nasty. And if you think I sound nasty for saying that, exactly. I'm an immigrant. And on that note, the other side of this for me is that my country's leader said Britain should stay in. And so voting to stay in would be a beautiful display of obedience to my clearly superior nation, which is of course the United States. If any British viewers are offended by that, just look at it like this. You guys sort of gave birth to the US, but now it's all grown up and it's time to pick the UK's nursing home. So stop trying to run away. The EU is lovely and Angela Merkel gets so worried about you. So, how am I going to choose which side to root for? I could do research, I guess, but I think I've found something better.
Hello guys!
You'd better brace yourselves because he's about to spit fire like a 4-foot flamethrower.
Today I'm going to be reading my BNT poem called Come On Guys. It is about the referendum and why we should leave the EU. I hope you all enjoy it.
There are a bunch of videos on YouTube of primary school children performing slam poetry about whether the UK should stay or leave. And I thought, you know what, I'm probably better off basing my opinion on this than on whatever the media is publishing. Now, most of them are on the side of staying, but this lad is a proper pro-Brexit beast. If you thought Trump's hand gesture game was strong, wait until you see this kid in action.
Come on guys! Let's leave the EU. There's a whole world of new just waiting for you. Come on guys, we have our own currency. If we leave the EU, we can live in luxury.
Those of you familiar with logic will have recognised the argument from YMCA fallacy, but you can't say he's afraid to tackle the tough issues, the ones that really get to people's emotions. Some would have just left the refugee issue out of their slam poem, but this brave little boy tackles it head on. Let's see how he does.
Come on guys, do we want the refugees?
Okay, good start little buddy. Now tread carefully. The next line can make or break this. Just whatever you do, don't draw attention to their suffering as you suggest completely rejecting them. Simple, right? Just don't put yourself across as a little heartless monster.
Even though they're down there begging on their knees.
What did I just fucking say? I swear to God you are lucky I'm not your dad, or you'd be moving to Syria to seek refuge. Alright, let's look at an opposing view. They're all pretty similar.
Can't deny immigration is good. Immigration makes more money.
Leaving the EU means leaving the power.
Oh no, if we leave the power.
You get the idea, I'm sure. And they're all by kids from the same school in the same room, so it doesn't look at all like there's some teacher trying to push their opinion onto children, just using this poetry slam as an opportunity. Anyway, because they're so samey, I've tried to pick the most unique one, and the most fair match to the pro-leaving performance. Just look at this little guy's arms go.
We should stay in the EU because if we leave, then it will be hard luck for you.
Hard luck indeed, little man. Looks to me like if we leave, your entire school will be deported. I'm just saying, maybe that's why he's flapping around so frantically. Or maybe he's being prepared to grow up to be the European Union's Justin Bieber.
If you leave, then risk will be here. So then all of us will be in fear. You don't want to cry, so we need to work as a team and reach a level nice and high.
He's got the moves for it. He just needs some auto-tune, a backing track and a green screen. Then, bam. You got some lovely propaganda, but I think The Simpsons already did something like that. Here's an idea. Maybe every time Facebook removes a video posted by someone in the UK, it should be replaced with one of these. Merkel wants the UK to stay, so I think she should pressure Facebook, as she's known to do, into using my idea. I mean, who would not be inspired and have their mind changed by lines like this?
Everyone will agree that if we leave, we will be in danger, so we need to work as a team, just like Power Ranger.
Are the Power Rangers still a thing? Why am I getting a "how do you do, fellow kids" vibe from a kid? Maybe all these kids are actually dwarves sent by the EU to infiltrate our schools. Whatever the case may be, I think you have to admit the choice is clear now.
Stay in the EU and succeed, or leave the EU and turn into grains of seed.
Personally, I wasn't aware of the whole turning into grains of seed part of leaving the EU. That changes everything. Anyway, and I've been using the word anyway far too much. Anyway, I'm changing the ending of this video from what it originally was, because it no longer makes sense if it's not going to be on a separate cyber violence channel. So hope you got a laugh or two. Like, subscribe, all that shit if you enjoyed what you watched.